So, Alex, welcome back.
Thank you.
How have you been since we've met the last couple weeks?
I've been well, been busy. How have you been?
Pretty well, pretty well. Last time we talked about the wedding, which is yesterday, was it's 3 months away.
Yep.
Your long distance relationship with your fiance. We touched a little bit on the family and maybe the anxiety that the families bring, and then your opportunity at Lindsay that you seem to be doing well with. Maybe we can focus more on the wedding and that relationship. So, can you talk to me a little bit more about maybe the anxiety that you're feeling with the wedding?
Yeah, so the biggest, I guess, point of anxiety for me at the wedding is I'm a planner, so I like to have everything done within a certain time frame, and with a wedding, you can't do that. Like, you can get certain things done, but there's going to come a point where there are last minute things you have to worry about, and I'm more concerned that I won't be there in the last month or two enough to get all of that done. We'll have, for volleyball, we'll have our conference tournament, JV and varsity, and then we'll have nationals likely for varsity, and that goes into the first week of December. And so that I'll be in wedding month at that point and still not in Owensboro able to kind of dictate how everything's going. I have a great support system, a phenomenal support system to help me, but I like to be, it's my wedding, I don't necessarily want to have to relinquish the control of everything that's going on, just because it makes me anxious to think that if I don't do it, that something that he and I want, or something that's important to us, there won't be as much emphasis placed on it, because it's not us there being able to do it. And he's incredibly stressed and incredibly busy, and I want to take that pressure off of him, but that means putting all of it on me.
Right. So I'm hearing this like concern, anxiety of the wedding that's coming up, but you also have volleyball season, and it's going to be the peak of it during December, especially where you want the team to compete the best. You talked about how you want to take the pressure off of him, maybe from his studies, right?
Yes.
And put it onto you, so you're taking that on. You talked about this support system. Can you give me more information about maybe what your support system is?
Yeah, so my family is large and crazy and dysfunctional, but they're mine, and they are my number one fans, and I mean, anything I need, they've already gone out of their way to make it easier. And my mom still has, how many are left in the house? 3 kids left in the house that she's doing providing for, taking care of. And my dad recently went through a divorce, so he's trying to get back on his 2 feet. But even my stepmom, she's still my stepmom to me. She was in my life for 10 years, so she'll be in the wedding. And his family, Caleb's family, has been his mom's retired, so this has been her project. This has been what she's focused on, is helping us, and sometimes a little bit too much, too into it. But it's fun for her, and it's what makes her happy. So it's just been me trying to. Our schedules are very different, so they'll be able to get something done in a week that I can't even worry about it. And it's just been trying to find the balance of when I'll kind of take the reins again. I worked really hard all summer, Kayla and I both did, while we had the time together, to get a lot of the big things out of the way. But at this point, I'm gonna have to lean on them a lot, and I don't like them having to do that. It's my wedding, it's my responsibility, but I know they won't hesitate. So it's comforting knowing that they're there, but I don't want to put everything on them, and I don't, especially financially, I don't want them to feel that burden. And it's a wedding, and it's 2019, so you are expected to drop a lot of money to pay for everything, and we're not doing anything crazy. We've cut costs in every possible column, but it's still a lot, and I don't want them to worry about it at all financially.
Right. You talked about like 2019, and you kind of want it to be big. Are you feeling any like pressures from maybe like outside weddings, or weddings that you might be like from your friends, or how's that?
Basically, everyone we know is getting married this year. Everyone we graduated with is getting married this year. But we're kind of the last ones, and we were the ones that our relationship started first, really, and everybody called our relationship from middle school. So this is kind of the one that everybody's been waiting for. equally as excited about us getting married as we are to be married, and that's just, there's pressure to, I don't know how to explain it really. It's just a pressure to make it, I want everybody to love it as much as he and I will. And I know that there are so many people that care so much about us and are so involved in our journey and our relationship, and have such high hopes for our future together, that I want them to feel what we feel, and I want to bring that into the wedding. And some weddings are just all about the show, and we're not about putting on a show. We want, it's very rare for us to have everyone we love in one place at one time. We're very spread out, our families, our friends. So the chance to bring them all into one room and celebrate us and how much we love each other is there. It's just a pressure. There's a pressure there to make sure that everything goes okay and make sure that we can get everybody there. And it's December, and there's a possibility of bad weather, and there are things that I can't control and I can't predict, and that I won't know about until the day of or the night before. So I'm constantly thinking about that stuff, and Caleb's really good about reminding me how much we have done and how little we should have to do at that point. But it's coming very quickly, and our friends that got married in June bought a house today, so we found out about that, and it's been only a couple months since they got married, and they're putting $200,000 down on a house, and I'm not, no, I can't do, I'm not gonna be, we won't be doing that. The Navy's going to dictate a lot of that, so it's just beginning to realize that our next steps are gonna be very different from everybody else's, so our wedding is kind of the best chance to let everyone in. There's a good shot that we'll be distanced from these people after the wedding because of our careers and because of his commitment to the military. So it's just like it's a last big hoorah, I guess, and it's a chance to have all of them there, and it's really important to me, to us.
So I'm feeling a lot of pressure on your side, just with it being the big day, and you're wanting to make sure that you're including everybody, having everybody feel the love that you and your fiance has. But you talked about this pressure of outside sources, so like your friends bought a house, which you also had an apartment in Bowling Green before you guys went long distance again when you came to Lindsay. Do you feel any pressure there from the house, or?
I do for a split second when I think about it. I'm like, that is what we're supposed to do, but I actually find comfort in realizing that we're not going to have to do that. We don't have to worry about that for several years, and our journey is going to be a little bit probably more stressful at times because we're not doing the typical route that's expected or that most married couples do, but at the same time it's financially it's going to be in our benefit, and so that helps me. That kind of balances out that pressure that everybody is. I'm already getting the question of when are you guys gonna have kids, and where are you going to move with the Navy, and things that we can't answer and people want to know, and the reasoning behind wanting to know is purely, because they care. It's not anything negative, but it's things that he and I don't have the answers to, and we won't have the answers to for probably a couple of years, and it's just hard thinking about leaving, thinking about the likelihood, I guess the biggest, not pressure, but feeling that stems from them buying a house. We were neighbors in our apartment complexes in Bowling Green, and now they bought a house, like they're staying, they're gonna stay in Bowling Green, and they're setting up the rest of their lives, and we're gonna get married, but the rest of our life is still going to be very much controlled by other people, other forces, or whatever you want to consider the U.S. government in that situation for a long time. So it's hard to know that we don't get to have that.
So I see the Navy is a big part. You talked about like who's going to dictate it, and it sounds like the Navy. What would you like, or what do you want to see happen from that? Like, how big of a commitment is the Navy to you guys, and then what do you want to see?
Yeah, my father was in the Navy. My brother is planning on going to the Marine Corps. Caleb's grandfather was in the Navy. So my mom, they were about the same age. They were a couple of years younger than us when they got married, and he was in the Navy. And she's very aware of what that life entails. And I can pretend that I know about it all day long, but until I'm experiencing it, I won't know. And uncertainty comes in with the commitment time. He has to pay back the years of service that they pay for his education